What's up, Capricorn? How are you guys doing? It's time for your weekly check-in. Let's see what's going on with you guys for the first week of July. First week of July. So, beings, this is just a weekly check-in. This is just a short, sweet, quick, general, energetic overview. Y'all know how it goes. So, for those of you who are in need of a personal reading, all the information on how to go about doing that is right down here in the description of this video. Don't forget, y'all, I'm doing something new now. I'm doing something totally new, unlike anything I've ever done in my whole career. I'm doing general personal readings, y'all. So if you need a reading and you don't know what to ask, you don't know what to say, you don't have any questions, that's no longer a problem. I got you. You can go to the section on my website, pick the topic you want read in regards to love or career, and I'll do the rest. It's just that simple. And one of the things that people love about this is it's very budget friendly. And the most important thing, though, is that it's permanent. This is not a limited time thing. This is not one of those things that I'm doing for a week or for a month. A couple of people have asked, how long are you going to be doing that? From now on. It's permanent, okay? So, information is in the description. All right, let's see what we can tell Capricorn about their situation and the person you're dealing with in the first week of July. What's going on with Capricorn's situation? Oh, there we go. Oh, shit. Some of you are dealing with an Aries. Okay. I think you're definitely dealing with somebody that's intimidated by you. Low self-confidence, little to no self-esteem. Now, some of you may not realize that. I want to explain this because I don't know who needs to hear this. A lot of you know this to be common sense. So for those of you who already know this, just bear with me for a second. I'm explaining this to the people that don't know this. Low self-confidence and insecurities, typically, generally, that energy manifests itself usually on one end or the other of an extreme spectrum, okay? On one extreme end of the spectrum, the person is very overtly insecure. You know, head down, stick their lip out, tuck their tail between your legs. Boo-hoo, poor little pitiful me, I'm not good enough, me, right? The other end of the spectrum, they're very overly cocky and arrogant and look down on people and always trying to make people feel stupid and acting like they're the best, you know, and those two, even though they may seem like very different personality traits, it's the same energy being run through a different filter, you know, being run through a different filter of consciousness. So, all right. Let's see here. There's the Tower reverse, though. So I'm trying to see if this is going to be a reconciliation attempt. Well, no. I'm thinking that somebody here is wanting reconciliation. I'm thinking that this person is contemplating reconciliation, but they're just too intimidated to attempt it. They're thinking about it. They're thinking about reconciliation, but they're too intimidated. They're a little bit too nervous. You know, they don't know if you're holding a grudge. They don't know if you're mad at them. So they've been trying to find somebody new. I don't think they've had a lot of success with that, though. Not allowed to spy on the details of their life. I will say that until my face turns blue and the cows come home. Not allowed to spy on the personal details of somebody else's personal private life. But people always try to get me to do it. But I can tell you this. Their energy, this energy, I'm going to tell you what right now. This energy is not going to facilitate a successful connection with anyone. Anyone. Don't care who it is. People ask me that all the time. Well, have they moved on? Have they found someone? You know, because it looks like they're in love and they're about to get married and they're just on cloud nine and here I am at rock bottom. No, they're not. No, they're not. No, they're not. No, they're not. Somebody with that energy, they're not just going to go find something successful. It doesn't work that way. You know, not really seeing a lot of action here, though, man. I'm not really going to lie. I'm not. Any card of movement or action is reversed. And the card of indecision, you know, uncertainty is in the upright. So, all right, well, let's see their deepest feelings for you. Their deepest feelings and intentions. What are their truest, deepest feelings, energies, and intentions? Person Capricorn dealing with. Page of Cups. They do got feelings for you, but I think this person is a little bit immature. Could be somebody a lot younger than you for some of you. I don't know. I've been getting a lot of that over the past 2 weeks. I've had several people come to me for readings talking about a big age gap. You know? So, I know that's not all of you, but this person's either physically younger than you or mentally. One of the two. Page of Pentacles, too. Yeah, see, I told you this person ain't having success finding somebody new. They're not having success finding somebody new. So they're having a hard time replacing you. They do got feelings for you. And I would go as far as to say they feel a really strong connection with you. This would indicate that you take up every square inch of space in their mind. Every square inch, you know. But, I mean, at the same time, even though they can't quit thinking about you, they are kind of leaning towards the thought that this is just over. Because they be trying to get your attention. Some of you know this too, don't you? Some of you know they be trying to get your attention. If you go and look at their Facebook and you're wondering if that post was directed towards you, of course it was. Of course it was. If you saw them view your Instagram story and you're wondering if they're trying to get a reaction out of you, of course they are. Absolutely. But they're not coming to you directly, you know? So let's get the advice. What time we got here? Okay. What's the advice? Advice, advice. What is the best advice? What is the best advice? Man, the Sun card. Let me see what else comes out with that. That's just a little bit cheesy. But you focus on your own motherfucking happiness, boo-boo. Well, that sounds cheesy, but when the Sun card comes out as the advice, that's what it means. Four of Swords, Two of Pentacles. Well, this is saying that it would not be a good idea for you to initiate contact with this person right now. Okay, you got a lot of stuff going on. You're in the middle of, I don't really want to say it. It is a transition, but that's not the word I want to use. You're in the middle of a leveling up phase. You're laying the foundation for your next level up. Okay. So especially, I know the majority of you got a lot of career shit, career worries. You're focused on your money, you know, and you know what's so funny? I swear to God, one of the funniest things about what I do for a living is that the stereotypes are true. They really are. The astrological stereotypes, I swear to God, are true. When Capricorns come to me over my whole career, I've been doing this for 7 years, 60% of Capricorns who come to me at least have one career question. Of that 60%, about 40% all career questions. It's true, dude. I swear to God. I'm not making that up. That's not my little theory. That's not my perception of it. That's just on paper. That's the facts, you know. So I know a lot of you, man, you got your money on your mind. You got your career on your mind. You're trying to get that bag. You're trying to stack that bread, boo-boo. Don't let nobody come into your life that's going to threaten that. And I know you're the goat. You're the mountain goat, right? The mountain goat is going to make it up that fucking mountain come hell or high water. But, you know, you ever heard of a golden eagle? You ever heard of that? This person you're dealing with is a golden eagle. Go to YouTube and type in golden eagle versus mountain goat. It's these big ass goddamn eagles. You know what they do? They swoop down, they grab the mountain goat, they pick it up, they fly, and they drop that motherfucker. Pow! Then they swoop down, pick it up, take it up to their nest. This person's a golden eagle. Don't fuck with that right now, okay? Keep your eyes on your goal. Just steady, keep making your way up that mountain, and you're gonna get there, I promise you that. All right, let's see what's coming in for the singles. What's coming in for the singles? What's coming in next for the single Capricorns? Universe. Coming in next for the single Capricorns. Oh, wow, that's interesting. Something you're not seeing. Is this something that you're avoiding on purpose? Or is this just really an opportunity that you're just not seeing at all? I guess you can ask yourself that question. Four of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, there's somebody got their eye on you. Somebody got their eye on you. They're not coming forward, though. That's the thing. And I don't know, it's kind of split down the middle. I mean, I don't know how many. I think because I really have a strong feeling that some of you are aware of who it is. Like it may be somebody at the workplace. Maybe they flirted with you a couple of times and you're like, no. They're not quite coming forward, though. They're contemplating it. They're thinking about it. Now, see, the reason why I say some of you know about it, some of you don't, is because, so the Eight of Swords, let's talk a little bit about the Eight of Swords. I know a bunch of you bought my How to Read Tarot course, but here's a freebie, okay? In the Eight of Swords, this looks kind of like a morbid card, you know, but it's not. This lady is not bound against her will. She's bound very loosely. She could easily escape from this binding, okay? She bound herself. She tied that blindfold on herself. She is so loosely bound, she could slip out of that easily. She bound herself because the swords that surround her represent truths and facts, represent things she doesn't want to see, truths she doesn't want to look at, facts that she doesn't want to face, right? That's the textbook definition of the Eight of Swords, is she's ignoring something on purpose. But that's not the only meaning of the card, you know? And something general like this, it really could be something that you're just not seeing. Like, well, who the hell is he talking about? Who's he talking about has their eye on me, you know? So, yeah. I don't know. I am thinking, though, that this person does kind of feel like coming forward would be a waste of time. So, that may be why they're not really making a move. Let's see what their, I was about to say, let's see what their feelings and intentions are. And that came out at the bottom of the deck. But I'm going to do that with a different deck. What's this person's feelings and intentions? Do they really have a desire to build something genuine, honest, all that good stuff, or are they just on some bullshit? Seven of Pentacles reversed. Well, they don't want to miss an opportunity. I think they're ready for commitment. Yeah. So the Seven of Swords came out reversed. So I don't think this person's on no bullshit. I think they are ready for commitment. I think so. I do think so. They could be fresh out of a relationship, but, you know, they are afraid of abandonment. If I had to make a list of the top 5 leading causes of relationship failure, on that list would be jumping into a relationship without being healed from your last relationship. And this is always a back and forth thing with a lot of people, okay? So many people disagree with me and argue with me when I say that. You know, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. Whoop, 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 whoop. I haven't thought about that person in months. I didn't say you were thinking about them. That's not what I said. I didn't say you miss them. I didn't say you want to be with them. I said you haven't released the energy. You haven't processed the energy. Time doesn't heal wounds. Any of you out there that think time heals all wounds, go tell that to somebody with childhood trauma. Go tell that to somebody with PTSD. Time doesn't heal wounds. What time does is it allows you to get comfortable living with that wound. You become comfortable with it. You accept it as a part of you, and you begin to identify with that wound. So it becomes a part of your personality. So once it becomes a part of your personality, you're not thinking about it consciously. But you definitely ain't fucking healed from it. So I don't know who needed to hear that, but yeah. That's kind of where I'm feeling this person is. They're either fresh out of a relationship, or even if their last relationship was 5 years ago, they're still carrying that energy on their back. You know, and they don't even realize it. But they mean well in their mind. Their intentions are not to play games. They really do mean well. So let's grab the advice. This is going to be hard advice to give. When that message comes through, it's hard to give advice for that. It's difficult. It's difficult to give the advice to those of you who don't know who I'm talking about. So let's see here. What's the advice for Capricorn? Ooh, 5 of Pentacles again. What's Capricorn's favorite card? What's Capricorn's favorite card in the whole tarot? That's that money card, boo-boo. That's that 10 of Pentacles. Focus on your money. Focus on your goals. Don't live in fear of being alone. I tell people this all the time. You may have heard me say this before. Don't live in fear of being alone. That doesn't mean that your goal is to be alone. It means you're not living in the fear of being alone. Living in fear of being alone is living on a vibration of lack. You know that lack versus abundance goes further than just money, right? Oh, that's one kind of abundance, money and material things, which I'm all for that. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. However, there's a whole other ballpark when it comes to abundance versus lack. And that is emotional abundance, emotional independence, emotional integrity. When you're living in fear of being alone, you're living in a vibration of lack, of desperation. You know, I need a relationship. I need someone to be with me. I need someone to fill this void in my heart. I need someone to make me happy. I need someone to complete me, right? So when you're in that vibration of need and lack, you're 10 times more likely to overlook red flags, to put up with abusive behavior, to make excuses for abuse, you know. When you're in a vibration of abundance, though, oh, that's a totally different game. A vibration of emotional abundance. I don't need anyone to make me happy. I don't need anyone to love me, to make me feel better about myself. I don't need anyone to make me feel complete. I am good enough within myself. I know that. I am worthy. I am fulfilled. I'm good with me. What I would like is a partner to build with, not to vampirically try to suck love from, to try to fulfill me from the outside in. If you ain't trying to come into my life and add to it and let me add to yours, so our goals can come together, so we can take your goals and my goals, your visions and my visions, your outlook and my outlook, and use it to come together and build, I don't need you. That may sound, I know that kind of how that sounds. It sounds kind of daunting. It's really not, though. When you meet that person who has that outlook, when you're face to face with that person, it's like a breath of fresh air. You know why? Because that's pure authenticity. They're transparent. That's pure transparency. See, that's another thing that tends to happen when people are on a vibration of need, emptiness, and desperation. They're a lot more likely to lie to try to get what they want when they're desperate, right? Somebody's desperate, you don't know if you can trust them. Desperate people will lie to you. Desperate people will fuck you over. Desperate people will do anything they can to meet their own needs and desires. A person who's not desperate is being 100% straight up, upfront, real, and honest with you. If I'm not desperate, you know I'm not playing games with you. See what I'm saying? If somebody's not desperate and needy and empty, you know that they don't need you. They choose you. If I know that you're not afraid of being alone and that you'll walk out that door if you have to, I know that me being here is a privilege. You choose me. You genuinely want me for who I am, not to try to meet some need or fill some void. See what I'm saying? That makes sense? You focus on your goals and don't let nobody come up in your life who's going to fuck those goals up. Period. Period. Eventually, when you least expect it, you're going to run right into that person. And a lot of you, when your person finally shows up, are probably going to experience what it's like to have a power couple relationship. Now, I'm going to tell you what right now, for those of you who have never done that, a power couple relationship is a completely different dynamic. It's a dynamic. Your average person probably couldn't handle that, honestly. Because there are so many different roles that the two of you are having to play with each other. It's not just husband and wife, lover, companion, okay? That's part of it. But in addition to that, we have president, CEO, manager, employee, boss, all these other coworker, right? Business partner. All these other roles that are added to that at the same time. And we got to be able to play those roles together respectively. It's a totally different dynamic. I'm thinking that the majority of you, those of you who feel like you resonate with this message, when your person does come in, it's going to be a power couple relationship. Absolutely. Absolutely. And you think about this right now. If you're moving in the energy of desperation, would it really be better to settle for somebody who's going to hold you down than to walk alone for a little bit and climb the mountain? Now, I guess that's an open-ended question. I mean, that's different for everybody. Think about that, though. I don't know about you, but I would rather die alone, spend the rest of my life by myself, than to tie myself down with somebody that makes me feel like I'm not good enough. You know, who holds me back from reaching my goals, who holds me back from reaching my full potential. Fuck that. Fuck that shit. You know, the people that just want to stay at the very rock bottom, mediocre, no goals, no visions, no dreams, no nothing. Just nothing but drama and insecurities and arguments and all that jealousy and controlling. Fuck that bullshit. That's just me, though. But, all right, y'all. I feel like those were the messages that my Capricorn family needed to hear, so I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thanks again for tuning in and playing along. Don't forget, information for personal readings is down there in the description. And don't forget, I'm doing something new now, y'all. I'm doing general personal readings. Oh, by the way, tomorrow, Saturday, is going to be our next round of weekly live readings right here on this channel. Forgot about that. $25. You can pre-order anytime on my website. They're read in the order of which they come in. Right now, the list of pre-orders is small. So those of you who order now will get read first. But if you don't want to sit through a whole 2-hour-long live stream waiting on your reading, no problem. Just come back later when the playback is posted. Go to the comments, and all the readings will be time-stamped. Okay? All the information for everything I have to offer is in the description. All right, y'all? I'm out of here now. I'll see y'all sometime between now and the rest of all eternity. Stay blessed.